Western Conference NBA playoffs. Round 1 continues. The Minnesota Timberwolves are staring right in the face of a Game 6 showdown. Do they have the fortitude to close out the series? Now is their time to try and avoid a Game 7 against the Nuggets. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
We've already got quite a series on our hands, folks, and this is only the first round. Game 6 in the West. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Murray out there with Hardaway. And it's Watson in at the 3 seat. And for the Timberwolves, guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Out of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5. You look at the Timberwolves. Up 3-2 at home, they couldn't have put themselves, Greg, in a better position against a very difficult team.
And this, Kevin, is the type of game, if you let it slip away, it is going to haunt you forever. You don't want to go on the road for a Game 7. You've got to take care of business here tonight.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. And stolen by Murray. Here's Hardaway. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Comfortable from anywhere on the floor. Hardaway Jr. will take the mid-range if you give it to him.
Randall surveying the D. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. And here's Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot goes down.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in it.
Murray outside. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Let's go. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Jokic has got his second bucket of the night.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Wasted no time on that one.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Randall kicks to Edwards. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Jokic grabs the miss. For Denver, they've gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Pass to Murray. Here's the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. They come into this one after losing on Sunday.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what happens in this league. You can play your A game and still get beat.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
You know, Jamal Murray has no problem being the facilitator when he sees open teammates.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. When asking him about their key to success, he immediately pointed to Jamal Murray. Coach said he's the conductor of their operation. If you want to slow them down, you go for the head of the snake, and that's Jamal. Keying in on the orchestrator sounds like a good plan. We'll see if they execute it. Back over to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Here's Murray. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. It's stolen by Gobert. Hardaway against Edwards. Misses the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, when you're the size of Gobert, you're already living above the rim.
Murray against DiVincenzo. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. Jokic has got 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
DiVincenzo passes to McDaniels. Buries the long-range jumper. McDaniels got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves. For Denver, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Watson the screen. Here's Murray. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Well, that's just a terrific move. Murray's so skilled at creating space off the dribble.
Randall dishes to McDaniels. Fires the three. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Denver's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Murray against DiVincenzo. Murray, the pass to Jokic. High, arcing shot.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. He has 6.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. It's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Here's Brown. Johnson outside. Johnson with a screen on Highland. Jones for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Now, here's Ingles. Picked by Reed. Shoots. Up again. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Valanciunas. Denver's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Johnson. A 3. with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. On the wing, Ingles. 3-on-3. And here's Jones. Brown wide open. Off target with his three.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Jones against Ingles to the inside. Here's Phillips. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Johnson finds Valanciunas. That shot, no good. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Ingles can't get it to go. The Nuggets have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Pass to Jones. Inside. Here's Valanciunas. And again, Denver, no good.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They wanted him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Phillips, the pass to Ingles. Out left to the wing. Here's Highland. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Minnesota on top, up 1. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And we're back. Good to have you with us for 2K Sports coverage of Game 6. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Bones Highland is out there with Conley. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Sinks the triple.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Johnson, the pass to Brown. To Johnson. In the corner, Murray with it. Clock at 6. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Denver making a switch here. Others checked in. Timberwolves leading by 4. Conley scanning the floor. Pass to Highland. Now Dosunmu. 5 on the clock. Here's Reed. Valanciunas grabs the board. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Crawford. That shot missing. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Highland passes to Reed. Back to Highland. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. Highland's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, that's a smart pass by Reed. Very unselfish. It's still hard to believe this guy wasn't.
Now here's Valanciunas. Still yet to score. Here's Crawford. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 6 assists now in the game.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. The coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Highland. Randall outside. And Randall throws it down.
Nothing the defense can do about that. Randall just powers it down.
Here's Murray. He has 5. Here's Crawford. That's tipped. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Top of the key. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. The Nuggets trail by 8. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Michael Conley. And a switcher also for Denver. Jokic is checked in. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Strawther, and that one is hammered home.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Oh, here's Edwards, and the shot goes in. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota. Here's Crawford. You can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Edwards. To Highland. Outside for Randall. From past the arc. Crawford grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 8. Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, we all know Murray is a shooter. But look out. He can finish too.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Highland. Now here's Dosunmu. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 3. Drills it from outside. Highland's got 6 points.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Johnson sets the screen from Earl. To come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Timberwolves leading by 9. Highland passes to Randall. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
No problems knocking that one down. Brown's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, it's 6'6" with good hops. Brown isn't your average guard. He does very well down there.
Highland against Murray. Pass to Edwards. Shot from 16. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the defense.
And that one drops for him. He's got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Julius Randle. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Minnesota leading by 8. DiVincenzo with it. Scoreless thus far. A three-pointer is right on target.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Hardaway kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Watson with it. Gobert on it. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Up top, Edwards. Covered by Brown. Edwards, no good. The Nuggets trail by 9. 124 left to play in the first half. Hardaway passes to Jokic. And Jokic will just torch you inside.
The amount of touch on that floater, impossible to defend that shot from Jokic.
Gobert with a screen on Hardaway. And Reid has it in the corner. Pass to McDaniels. Lets it go from deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks just.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, he's an above-the-rim athlete. Gordon on the attack.
DiVincenzo against Hardaway. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniel. Outside Edwards. Over Brown. It's hauled in by Watson. The Nuggets trail by 8. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Off target from outside. Now here's DiVincenzo. The three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so we conclude the first half. Timberwolves lead by 8. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Hello, basketball fans. Halfway through this Game 6, and so far it's been a good one for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You know who's having a great time watching these guys launch it from downtown? Me. You know who's not? Wilt Chamberlain over there.
Yeah, I don't even want to look in his direction. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. They are on the cusp of closing out this series. You think they'll get it done, big fella?
You smell that, Ernie? It smells like barbecue chicken, and I know they smell it too.
Good teams that have that switch, they can flip it and close a game out. Don't hang around and play with your food. Go in and finish it.
You guys are making me hungry. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Beat it to the big and let him work.
Timberwolves leading by 8. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Inside for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Jamal Murray is out there with Hardaway. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. Now here's McDaniel. Count the basket. McDaniel's got 11.
Takes a lot of control to hit that mid-ranger, and McDaniels has it.
Pass to Watson. Murray a screen on McDaniel. Watson for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now DiVincenzo. Now here's McDaniel. Outside for Randall. Nailed from three-point land. Randall's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves. Jokic with the screen on DiVincenzo. Jokic finds Watson. And Watson slams it in.
Well, what else is new? Jokic orchestrating the best passing big man to ever play the sport.
Randall against Gordon. McDaniels outside. 5 to shoot. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And it's Watson with the ball for Denver. Pass to Murray. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And the shot is long. Minnesota leading by 11. Outside Edwards. Randall against Gordon. Out to Edwards. A 3 ball. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. 10 points for him.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. On the wing, Gordon. He's defended by Randall. Gordon with the screen for Hardaway. Back to Gordon. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Launches it. Good on the triple. DiVincenzo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And here's Jokic outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Now McDaniels, 11 points in the game. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc, and another 3 for Minnesota.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Now DiVincenzo following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. DiVincenzo against Murray. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. 6 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. Lays it up and banks it in. 13 points for Jaden McDaniel.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring output.
Now here's Randall. He's got 8. That one falls.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Outside Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Well, confidence isn't something that Gordon is lacking. He thinks his shot is there, so he just takes it.
Here's DiVincenzo. Randall from outside. It's good from long range. Randall's got 13 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Dosunmu comes in for McDaniels. And Bones Hyland subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Here's Brown. Pass to Strother. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. A three-pointer off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now Reed, covered by Johnson. Here's Dosunmu. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And McGee has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Brown, the pass to Murray. Jokic with the screen on Hyland. Murray, no good.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
Pass to Edwards from deep. And Brown pulls it down. Denver's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Jokic. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Outside, Reed. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Reed's got 6.
Well, Reed has only become more confident as time has gone on at the arc. He will not hesitate.
Murray outside. 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jokic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, when Jokic comes back and hits a three like that to erase the three on the other end, it's devastating.
Here's Edwards, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
All the officials are all over that.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Well, you can tell this team looks to Anthony Edwards to set the tone on the floor. His intensity becomes their intensity, and let me tell you, his intensity is always high.
Anderson, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And Edwards drops them both. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Pickett, pass to Valanciunas. Here's Brown, defended by Dosunmu. Valanciunas inside. He's against Reed. No good from Valanciunas.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Back to Dosunmu. Sinks the three-pointer. Dosunmu's got 6 here in this quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Randle and Reed holding down the post box. Bones Highland is out there with Conley. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Strother. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. Now Highland. Randle down low. Covered by Johnson. Randle no good. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. On the wing, Murray. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
A nice wrinkle in Randle's game. He can make that crucial extra pass when the opening is there.
Here's Murray. And the layup's good off the glass. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 assists. Minnesota calls timeout. Minnesota making a switch. Edwards is checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Over in the corner, Conley. Back to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Conley sets a screen for Randall. Shot clock at 6. No good on the wing 3. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Johnson, the pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. They get it back.
Well, we've seen very few superstars as unselfish as Jokic. He'll play whatever role is necessary for his team to win.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Well, the metronome-like consistency of Jokic, one reason he's a multiple-time league MVP.
Denver making a switch here. Holmes checked in, and Jokic drops them both. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Edwards. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Murray kicks to Johnson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Johnson's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Minnesota leading by 23. Randall a screen on Brown. Here's Dosunmu. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Dosunmu. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Minnesota. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Denver's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Randall with the block.
Well, when Randall is engaged defensively, he can make an impact.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Now here's Murray. Just 5 on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
That's just great patience from Murray, using that pump fake to draw the defender up and earn the foul call.
Free throw good, Murray.
There's so much that Jamal Murray brings to the table offensively. He is such a critical piece of their puzzle.
And so Murray. Murray nails both of them.
Well, Jamal Murray, we know, is one of the elite shot makers in the game, and his passing is much improved as well.
Here's Shannon. Outside Conley. Pass to Reed. And here is Dosunmu. Over Hardaway. That shot, no good. And it's Watson with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Outside Gordon. Here's Jokic. Shoots over Dosunmu. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon. Jokic has got 4 points now in the quarter. Timberwolves leading by 22. Outside Conley. Reed against Gordon. Out to Conley for three. And the three ball is good. Conley's got himself on the board with three there.
Just a veteran play by Conley there, giving the D no time to react off the catch.
Murray for three. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here is Conley. Pass to Shannon. On the wing, Dosunmu. Out to Conley. Shoots the three. Murray. Gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. There's a screen by Murray. Watson's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now here's Dosunmu, guarded by Hardaway. Pass to Shannon, jacks up a three. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley, making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
Here's Jokic. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficiently.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Timberwolves.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this will do it. They'll end up taking the series in 6 games, 4-2.
Yeah, it gives them just a little bit of time to rest and study some tape. They've got a much tougher hill to climb in the next round.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Anthony Edwards.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Now here's Murray. Hardaway with a wide open look. No good from outside. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Reed. Now here's Conley. Outside, Reed. Jokic grabs the miss. And here is Murray. And they do it. They'll move on to round 2. It took them 6 games to do it, Greg, but they finally asserted themselves and move on to round 2.
And I really think it benefits a team to have a competitive series in round 1. It gets those playoff juices kind of flowing, if you will. Prevents any kind of complacency from setting in.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And now we present the player of the game, Anthony Edwards.